everybody, man, it's Bucka here from Midwest Muscle Report. We are at this year's Olympia, and we got a chance to catch up with Kieran. Kieran, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fantastic. You guys probably missed some of the best parts of this video, so we're going to try and replicate and duplicate that. As we were setting up, we got into a conversation for about 10 minutes, and I think we're done laughing now, but we're going to try and give you guys the same thing we did for the last 10 minutes. Kieran, let's talk a little bit. First, let's talk about last year. Okay, you came onto the scene like nobody else. We were just talking about the Chicago Pro. And we were there when you came out on the stage. It was clear who the winner was. It was you and everybody else. But it was not only about you winning. I really think at that show, you kind of set the new standard for conditioning for women's physique. So walk us through what was going on, what you did, how you got to that place.
Well, I won my pro card as a bodybuilder, so like conditioning and being shredded and all that was like, you know, that's what I always wanted and strived for. I had taken the previous year off, 2014 off, and then I was like, I'm ready to get back on stage. I'm, you know, excited again. And so I decided to do Chicago because it was so close to home. And then I decided to do another one 2 weeks later because it was like that close. Well, anyway.
Being from Indiana, that's right, Chicago's so close.
Chicago is, yes. Being from Indiana, Chicago is a short drive. So that was honestly like the only thing. I had no anticipation or no expectations of anything. And then I was like, oh shit. Like when I got first call-outs, I was like, oh, okay. But I had no idea what I looked like because I coached myself. So I was just like, you know, I'm happy with where I'm at. All right, whatever. And then once people started like sending me pictures, I was like, okay.
So back then when you were coaching yourself, are you gauging yourself off the mirror? Are you taking progress pictures? Are you looking at the scale? What's your process at that point?
I never weigh myself. In the past, I really didn't weigh myself that much. So not the scale, but as far as, I just look in the mirror and see how I'm looking. And if I'm happy and I'm seeing that I'm making changes, then I'm like, all right, cool. Okay. I never really took progress pictures except for like selfies. You know, that's like how I did my, and I'm like, oh, cool. I can see more of this and more of that.
So that would explain why you really didn't know just how on point you were at Chicago.
Yeah, apparently my ass was like the talk of the...
It was literally the talk of the town for the rest of the year. Not by men. It was a talk. I had more female competitors tell me that you had the best ass they'd ever seen than men.
Oh my God.
It was amazing. So when we come back from this commercial break, we're going to get into how the rest of the year went and then how this year went in too. Yeah. So guys, we'll be back in a minute with Kira.